Welcome to the Hillbilly RV channel. Today, working on this travel trailer back here, and a customer called and said the fan in the air conditioner, when they try to cut the air conditioner on, the fan just hums. Okay, so that's kind of a common problem here in the spring. Maybe not in drier areas, but in southern West Virginia, yeah, it's kind of common problem. Sorry, I'm a little stuffed up today. Oh, mercy, sorry about that. Now, you know, a couple things can be going on. A couple of things that are good. Actually, you know, the customer says it hums. I'm not going to try it because it's just kind of hard on the motor. He says it hums when you cut it on, so that tells us two things. It's getting power, the controls are good. That's three things in it, and the capacitor's good, start capacitor. Because if any one of those things is missing, it wouldn't try to hum. All right, so now, what could be wrong? A couple things. The motor could be bad, or it could just be stuck. So the customer always has the shroud loose. So I'm gonna put my ladder up there, go up, pull the cover off, and let's take a look, see if we can see what's going on. So if you're afraid of heights, I don't want to tell you, get over it or go watch something else. Ooh, that roof is not solid. Where'd you go up?
What do you mean? I went right up there. What does that mean?
Would you mind moving my ladder over?
I don't know. Tell me that roof is bad?
It is soft right there. She is a carrier, so that's we really hope we don't need any parts, because parts have been obsolete for these things for years. So let me pull this shroud off real quick and see if what I think's going on is going on. Mercy sakes. Everywhere I touch this roof, it crunches and sinks. It's pretty rough. But let's work on what we come up here to work on. So here's our fan motor, and here's one side of the fan. Let's see. All right, she's pretty stiff. Okay. Let's see if I can find two solid places to put my knees. Yes, she is stiff, boy. Real stiff. She is stiff. What happens a lot of times is over the winter, you know, we have so much moisture, it's so humid here in southern West Virginia, the motor just rusts. Bushings get a little rust in them, the shaft rusts, you know, all the internal parts in the motor rust. A lot of times we can just spin it and get it to free up. Sometimes we can squirt some oil in here on those shafts and those bearings and get it to free up. And I think this is one of them. We're gonna have to squirt some Earl on this one to see if we can get it freed up enough to, if it'll start spinning on its own, it'll free right up and do pretty good. Let me go get some oil. Just whatever your choice is, anything but WD-40. It usually works pretty good. I broke out the crown rust proofing. I wished I had the penetrant on the truck. I thought I had. I just like an oil-based lubricant for this rather than a silicone-based. So I'm just gonna pull that little foam thingy back right there and squirt a roux on that end. Hose her down real good. Just spin it, see if it'll free up. If it'll free up just a little bit more, we'll let the customer go in there and cut it on, and I'll give the motor a little help and see if we can get it to run on its own. She's definitely stiff. Probably where you really need to get it is inside that motor, but you can't do that. It's just not gonna happen. That motor's sealed. It's freeing up a little bit. This stuff penetrates pretty well. Yeah, if it'd free up just a little bit more, we'll let him try it. I believe that is the way of rotation also. Yeah, Carrier built a heck of an air conditioner. They just didn't do it for very long. Never really had to work on one. Installed a bunch of them because that was my air conditioner of choice when they were making them. And you know, minor issues with them, but once you had a major or any issue after they quit making them, you were done because you couldn't. The parts just immediately became obsolete. Some of the dealers bought up all the parts, and I don't know what they did with them. I guess they hung on to them because they just never were available. Yeah, that thing's really stiff. You can tell the fan's not rubbing anything. It's not making any noise. It's just stiff. The last one of these I did, it wouldn't free up, and I don't know. I went and worked on something else, and went and told the customer that, you know, well, that one's gone. It's dead. And I got up there and spun it, and it spun real free. Went in and hit the switch and came right on. So it just took a little while for the oil to get in there. So so we may give this one a little bit and just let that oil do its job. Okay, I've waited like 5 minutes. It seems to be pretty free. I'll probably let the customer go in and turn it on. Let me show you. So it'll kind of almost keep spinning on. So you want to go in and try it, Mr. Hoy? Hoyle, sorry. Just turn the fan on. High or low, doesn't really matter. I think it turns that way. We'll try not to get our hands stuck. Good. Okay, cut it off a minute. Need to let the oil work a little bit longer. It actually, for whatever reason, turns a little bit easier that way than it does this way, but I think this is the normal rotation. I don't see an arrow or anything on that motor. Yeah, I think it should be blowing the air out that way. So yeah, this should be normal. This is backwards. A lot of these had a rotation arrow on them, but not this one. Yeah, it seems like the more I turn it this way, the tighter it gets. So it turns a lot better this way. It makes me think there's probably some junk in the motor. If we can get it to turn on its own, it should just move that junk out of the way. All right, we'll try her again. Let's try 'em. Oh, it wants to go. All right, cut it off. We'll let it work some more. I went and got a different lubricant too. Sometimes I think it helps to spray a couple different kinds. This is WD-40, the gel. Now y'all might know I'm not a big fan of WD-40 because it is not a lubricant. WD-40 is water displacement 40. It was invented back in the day when your rainy days your distributor would get wet on your car and your car wouldn't start. So WD-40 was designed to spray in their carburetor and your distributor cap to dry up the water so you could drive your car. But they're slick marketing people have made everybody believe that it's the go-to lubricant for everything that needs lubricated, and that's not true. But the gel, like I say, is pretty good because it is oil based. It's funny, it still turns way better backwards than it does forward. That seems odd. That seems real odd. Huh. If it'll ever start working on its own, it'll be just fine. It'll free right up. So I could sit up here and spin this thing for 3 hours and it wouldn't spin as many revolutions as the motor will spin in probably a minute. I think we'll let him go in and try that again. Let me spin it backwards a little bit. That's weird that it spins way better backwards than it does forward. All right, you want to try it again? Oh, it wants to go. Wants to go. Okay, let's let the oil work a few more minutes. Oh, it really wants to go. I'm actually going to get off my knees, get off the roof. We'll just let that oil set for 10 or 15 minutes. We gave it about 10-15 minutes. Yeah, you want to try it again, please? Now, let's give it a few more minutes. It is really trying. It's actually smacking my fingers every now and then. It wants me to go full send and leave my fingers in there and chop them off. That's what it wants, but I'm not gonna give it the satisfaction. Ain't gonna do it. Yep. Well, there you go, folks. Took a little while, probably about a half hour, oiling and spinning, waiting, oil and spinning. That still sounds a little funky. I can hear it, I think, I can hear it slightly speed up, slow down a little bit, but I expect that'll get better. I don't know, we'll find out. Don't really matter, it'll either work or it won't. If it don't, it's obsolete. So don't y'all be obsolete. Get down in that comment section, leave me a comment, criticism, concern. I'm gonna put the shroud back on. And oh yeah, we laid boards up here for me to be on because this roof was soft. So I'm gonna try not to fall through this roof. Y'all have a great day, and we will catch you next time.